Hello YouTube, this is Sasha Monique Talks, and I'm here to reveal the truth about my health, finally. Well, I was waiting for the right time to tell you guys, and I think the right time is now. Well, in 1997, I had moved back to the town that I grew up in. I was living in another town about maybe 40 minutes away from where my mom lived, and I decided to move back, and I was going to start my life all over back in this area where I grew up, and I saw it as a lot of opportunities to, you know, live well and do better in my life. So, like I said, in 1997, I moved back, and one day I was walking to my mom's house. She lived a block, well, about 2 blocks from my house where I finally moved into, and 2 long blocks. So one day I was walking and with my daughter, and I went out and I was about to walk, and I got half a block, and I was so I could not breathe at all. I was so short of breath. I couldn't continue to her house. And I thought that it wasn't really anything wrong. I didn't understand it, but I said, well, maybe this is a fluke. Maybe this is just something that's happening to me today. So the next day I tried again. Again, I could not walk more than a half a block. So at this point, I knew something was seriously wrong with me. And I started to wake up gasping for air, waking up out of my sleep gasping for air. And I got some notes here because I didn't want to forget everything, because this has been a long road. So I want you guys to know everything that's happened to me. So I went to my regular doctor, and he said that it was nothing really wrong with me. And at the time, of course, I'm overweight now. I was overweight then. So they automatically think if you have some weight on you that, maybe you're out of breath because your weight or whatever. But he didn't see it as anything serious. So what I did was I had a conversation with one of my aunts. And she was saying that this seems like this is a heart condition. And I think that you should see the doctor that my husband saw. Now, she has a husband that had congestive heart failure. He passed away, but he had a very, very good doctor, and she was telling me about this. So she just suggested for me to see this heart specialist, and then I made an appointment to see this specialist, and she suggested that her daughter goes with me to this appointment, which was a blessing. So I was at this doctor's office from 12 p.m. to 7 p.m. and they was running all kinds of tests on me. I was there so long and I was wondering, what is going on? I didn't think things was this serious. So he gave me an echocardiogram, and then he told me the news that I have congestive heart failure. I was shocked, and my life literally passed by my eyes. And I asked the doctor, how much time do I have? And he said, if you didn't come in, you probably will only have a month to live. And he said, we're going to work very, very hard to try to get you stable. We're going to put you on medications. We're going to try to build your heart up, and we're going to try to make it where you won't be in so much distress like you're in now. So I'm going to explain to you what congestive heart failure is. Congestive heart failure is a condition that occurs when the heart is unable to pump enough blood to meet the needs of the body's tissues. It generally occurs as a result of other forms of heart disease. I do have other forms of heart disease, which I didn't know at that time. And it caused me to have congestive heart failure. Okay, what are the symptoms? The symptoms is swelling, water weight gain, extreme tiredness, shortness of breath, weakness, asthma like wheezing, swollen ankles. Swollen ankles is a biggie for me. My ankles get so swollen I can't stand that much. Sometimes I can't sit that much. Um, just actually now I'm starting to swell all over my body. But it started with the swelling in the ankles. What medicines do I take? Beta blockers for my heart. Those are specific medicines for people with congestive heart failure for their heart. I have to take an aspirin a day. Water pills, which have you peeing all day long. It's really horrible. You pee all day long. And if you don't, you're going to be in trouble. I take high blood pressure meds. What are the prognosis of this disease? Most people with congestive heart failure don't live more than 5 years after prognosis. But God have allowed me to live 15 years. 15 years, that's a long time for someone with congestive heart failure. When I was diagnosed with congestive heart failure, my daughter was 10 years old, and now she is 25 years old. I suffer greatly with this disease, and I still wake up gasping for air about 3 times a week. I gasp for air right out of my sleep. It wakes me up. It feels like I'm about to pass away each time that it happens. Sometimes it's so bad I cannot get up out of the bed, or I can't even reach to get my inhaler sometimes. And I have what's called, they call it cardiac asthma, which I have regular asthma too, so it makes you feel like you don't know whether you're having a regular asthma attack or whether you're having a cardiac asthma. So the medicine and beta blockers are starting to really strengthen my heart, and I am really grateful for it. Okay, how am I able to enjoy life with a chronic disease? I have a lot of bad days. I'm not going to even lie to y'all, I really do. I have a lot of bad days. But I try to spend as much time with my daughter as I can. And I go to a lot of outings and events, and of course you guys know I'm a frequent contest winner, so I have to be able to go to these events. A lot of times I am sick, but it's things that you can do to plan trips and different things when you have a disability, which I am going to make another video somewhere down the line about that. I still am able to enjoy myself, and I'm trying to spend as much time with my daughter as I can, because, you know, with this disease, you never know. It's like a roller coaster. You're up and down, so you just don't know. What is life like for me today? My life is filled with a lot of doctor's appointments, and it gets to you sometimes because, you know, you get tired of seeing the same people that's really, really sick like me. I see people that's younger than me, and I see also a lot of older people, because this is a disease that's really for people, well, it's supposed to be for people like in their 60s or 80s. That's what the doctor said, but you're seeing more and more younger people with this disease. I was diagnosed, I think I was 32 or 33 years old, and so it's a lot of doctor's appointments. I'm taking everything in stride because I am a miracle. Most people with congestive heart failure have to have a heart transplant or they will die. So at this point right now, they're not saying that I will have to have a heart transplant unless I have a setback. And I'm just praying that that doesn't happen. I am thankful for life and the extra time that God has given me, and make me able to enjoy my child and my grandchild, and to be able to plan and wish for brighter days. God have held my hand and showed me that He really loves me, and He is really real, and He takes care of me. And to tell my testimony and perhaps help someone else who may be in this situation. I thank you all for giving me this opportunity to tell my story and my testimony. And I hope that if there's someone out there, which I'm sure is other people in a situation like me, I want you to feel free to get in touch with me. Send me a message, and maybe we can chat back and forth, because with this disease you need a lot of support, and sometimes some people don't have family support, or sometimes you're isolated by friends, and people just feel, well, she can't do anything, he can't do anything, we can't enjoy life with this person because they have this illness. And sometimes people need, well, everybody needs support, especially with this kind of heart disease. So again, thank you, and I will talk to you all later. And I finally got it out, and I feel so great about it. I love you all. Bye.